Hi, it's great to be with you today and welcome to what is going to be the first of many videos of encouragement and inspiration to help through your day, through your week, and to hopefully help you inspire other people as well. I'm a great believer that when you have good information, you need to share it because that's what makes a difference in this world and that's what makes this world a better place. Today, I want to talk to you about seeing the best in other people, especially in situations where you are being treated unfairly by them. Now, this may be in the context of you being in a terrible family situation, a work situation, with your friends, with your church, local social events. But you may be at a point right now where you feel you're not being treated fairly and it's affecting you, not just spiritually, but it could be physically as well, emotionally. And how do you get through this? How do you pick yourself up and see the best in the situation and see the best in the other person? Because that's something we often don't do because we're in so much pain that we cannot do that. I want to read to you just a portion of Matthew 7, which says, "Don't pick on people, jump on their failures, criticize their faults, unless, of course, you want the same treatment. That critical spirit has a way of boomeranging." Now, let's just think about that in context of ourselves first. So, that's something we should not be doing. We should not be being critical of other people. Now, please don't get me wrong, there is definitely a difference between criticism and being judgmental about someone and having wisdom and exercising wisdom. I just want to clarify that firstly. So, but what we don't want, what this verse is saying, is that we should not be gunning out for people. We should not be focusing on their negative points all the time. And we need to remember that we are not perfect ourselves. So that's the first thing. It also brings me to a statement that is well known, which Gandhi said, "An eye for an eye will make the whole world blind." And I quite like that because in a more, I guess, modern context, you can see that if I do something wrong to you, you do something wrong to me, it's never going to end. So somewhere we need to draw in compassion, and that compassion comes from, I believe, the way Jesus was. If you know anything about Jesus, you will know that as he walked on the earth, he was persecuted and people did not like him, but he carried on his mission of spreading kindness and love. And that was very apparent in the way he dealt with people. He wasn't a soft touch, but he also did not go and do the eye for an eye thing. So how do we look at somebody who's being that cruel to us? How do we see the best in them? I suggest a few points. So if you'd like, please grab a pen and paper or come back to this video because these points are something that I think you will need to do as often as you need to do it every day, 3 times a day, however much you need to do it. The first thing is grab a pen and paper, write down the good points of the person who is being negative towards you, okay? So, for example, if it's a colleague, if you know them just in a work capacity, what are they good at within their job? Be detailed, be specific about it. If it's a family member, what's that family member good at? Try and think of all the different areas of things and write it down. And it doesn't matter if this is as long as your arm. This is the whole idea. Because when we're in pain, when we're going through things, we tend to focus on the negative, and that's all consuming until we start treating someone in that way as well, in a negative way. So focus on the good of that person, firstly, okay? The second thing is pray for that person. There is power in prayer, and God knows why that person may be treating you that way. It may be uncalled for, but only God knows their thoughts and their feelings, so pray for them. I remember reading a story about a woman who was being bullied in her workplace, and she asked someone for advice, and the advice given was, what if you are the only person in that workplace that is there, or in that person's life that can pray for that person? Maybe that person is your prayer, and being a woman of God, maybe you're the only one who can do that. Now, after I read that, I thought, my goodness, that's a hard pill to swallow because you're going through so much, and now, God, do you want me to pray for this person? It sounds crazy, but we need to pray for each other. We don't know what each other's going through, so pray for the person. Thirdly, be nice. Back to the eye, for the eye thing. Be nice to that person. Don't be a pushover. Stand up for what you need to stand up for. But I encourage you to be nice to that person. I always say sweetness is not a sign of weakness. And in today's society, many people mistake sweetness for weakness. I strongly advise you to practice kindness in your life. That if that person is horrible to you, be kind back. You don't know where that kindness will end, and what impact it will have on that person. But my main message to you for today is to see the best in the situation, be thankful, and focus on the positive, because that is what will get you through. Until next time, I hope you have a great day. And if you have any questions or any input, please give them to me. I'd love to hear from you. See you later.